These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. First play and a first pass for Murray. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Woodard. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The Colts at 3-6 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards at a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, Murray. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A man who won a national championship in this very field with Georgia. It's James Cook. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. But Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff up the middle. Woodard. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's got the hook up with Diggs.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. Cook. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 2nd and 9, Allen, touchdown Bills. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have moved out in front. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Shotgun now from Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bills 14, Colts 7.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. This pass caught. It's Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Up the middle they go. Woodard on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. They'll keep it on the ground. Woodard, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming out, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Murray's throw pulled in by Woods.
And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 14. Now a handoff up the middle. Woodard, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd down, Woodard. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Woodard. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
They're going for it. It's Murray.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, have 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacted the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And I believe they've buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Tyler Bass now for the point after.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Bills 28, Colts 7. Tyler Bass.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Murray. Looking for Campbell downfield.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A gain of
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis operating gun, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Coltsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stand.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. That's complete. Mike Strong with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Woodard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Sam Williams bringing him down that time. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Murray going to throw.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds it. And the Colts are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A 7-yard gain.
They'll run on first down. Woodard. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I'm going to have to stretch for this one. This is 4.5 territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To the air, Allen. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It's felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
2nd and 6.
Murray now. Gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle.
Woodard, and strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And the hook up to Brown.
They'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. And his throw is incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
The Colts on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good.
Now a give, right side. Woodard. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Colts go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Now Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they convert on third with a gain of 22. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again, Murray. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Murray now to throw.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Again, they'll throw with Murray.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeout. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So Allen's going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Throwing again on second down. Allen.
And that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. going to go on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A good pickup there at 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Murray. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now from Murray. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for Buffalo, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
it.